Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a fall makeup look featuring a palette that I think is perfect for the fall time, which is the Supreme Nudes palette from Artist Couture. If you guys have not seen this, this is the inside and come on, does it not scream fall to you guys? I have so many palettes that I feel like are perfect for the fall time, so you guys will be seeing more fall looks from me using other palettes. But if there's one that you have in mind and you want me to use, please do let me know in the comments down below. There are a few little spins in today's video. For one, this is a collab with one of my dear friends here on YouTube, Yadi Beauty. I will post a picture of her up here if you guys do not know who she is. She is amazing, a true sweetheart, a true she just has like this most awesome soul, and I admire her for so many reasons. First of all, she is a go-getter. There's something that she wants, she focuses on that, she uses all of her resources, and she gets to where her vision has been. Very much goal-oriented, and I admire that in so many people, but so much in her because, again, nothing stops her. She is just somebody that, you know, we have some things in common, but in that sense, we're a little bit different because I'm very shy. I hold back a lot. I am not somebody that just, you know, reaches out to people to ask questions. Like, I will never, I mean, I should, but I don't. Whereas she doesn't care. Like, she will ask, and she makes so many friends, but again, because she is just so genuinely sweet. So I don't see her going anywhere but up from now. I mean, if you guys have to go check her out. First of all, I'm going to have her channel and the video for today's collab linked in my description box below, but you guys will see. She looks like a pro on her videos. You would think that she's been doing this for years, and she's only been at it for maybe about 4 or 5 months, maybe. I don't even know if that long, honestly, but she is doing great, moving in such a fast pace, but obviously for a reason. So she's super awesome. I love that with her there's no competition, and I do mention this in my video when I do collabs with other YouTubers. That is what I look for. I look for genuine friendships in this platform. You know, people that want to actually support one another. Once I get even an inkling of a vibe that there is some kind of competition, I just take a step back because that is not what I'm here for. I am here for myself and to feed my obsession of makeup, of talking about makeup, of communicating and connecting with others that have the same interests that I do, and that is it. That's where it ends. So that is why I think I really get along with Yadi, because her and I have that same passion for makeup, the same passion for teaching other people about products, how to apply them, and just sharing our thoughts and opinions on them. And so I think if you guys enjoy my channel, enjoy my content, you will definitely enjoy hers as well. She also talks a lot about luxury makeup, and she's just really great at it. Very personable, and I don't know, I just cannot say enough great things about her. Honestly, you guys, just go watch her. You will see what I'm talking about, and I'm sure you'll be able to add to the list of how great she just is. Now, something her and I do have in common is that we are both Hispanic, and unfortunately we realized this kind of late in the month, but you know what? It's better late than never. So September is Hispanic Heritage Month, and so we decided to add another little spin to today's video and try to pull out all the products that we do have that come from Hispanic owners. So in my video today, you're going to be seeing some products from Alamar Cosmetics, Rare Beauty, Tata Harper, and so on. I'm not exactly sure what Yadi is going to be pulling out, but unfortunately I do not have a full face of products from Hispanic brands, but honestly I'm pretty close to it, pretty close. So I feel like I did a pretty good job with pulling out these products. I think we both just felt like we should give some light to these brands, especially during this month. I really would have liked to have done something earlier in the month, maybe kind of create some type of series, but there's always next year. Unfortunately, kind of dropped the ball there. Anyway, if you guys are new though to my channel, if you come from Yadi's channel, hello and welcome. I am Suzana. I love talking about about luxury makeup. That is why I am here. So if you guys have the same passion as I do in makeup, please make sure to subscribe. Also follow me on Instagram and connect with me. I really, truly enjoy when you guys reach out to me to talk about products I've mentioned on my channel, talk about new releases, whatever it may be. As long as it's regarding makeup, I am always interested in a conversation, and it's just so fun for me to connect and, you know, talk about what I most love. Well, when it comes to like material stuff, you know. So yeah, make sure you follow, subscribe, and let's go ahead and get into the tutorial. I hate when I transition from like having a full face of makeup to this because I always feel like it's a huge like whoa. But yeah, so let's go ahead and start putting on some makeup so that we can disguise all of this. Now I already went ahead, did my brows, and primed. Everything I will be using in today's video will be linked in the description box below. So we can move on to some foundation. I pulled out my Rare Beauty foundation. The shade I have here is 250W. You want to make sure to shake it up really well. And it has a doe foot, so I'm just going to go ahead and apply it directly onto my face. Not very much is needed. And I'm going to use a beauty blender today to blend this in. I know that Beauty Blender also has a foundation and a concealer. I've actually heard pretty good reviews on both. But I feel like at this point, I don't really want to go ahead and purchase that just because it's been an existing product for some time. And for my channel, if it's not something that's new, like for example, today I'm not using anything new. So usually these videos don't do as well as videos where I'm reviewing new makeup. At the end of the day, I just want to talk about makeup, guys. That's really why I'm here filming. But yeah, so sometimes like there are products that I want, but it's just no longer on the top of my list. For concealer, I have another product from Rare Beauty. These are the only two Rare Beauty products that I will be showing you guys in today's video. I'm trying not to be too repetitive with the same brands, but Yadi and I were trying to make it a point to just pull out products that we already have and show them rather than going out and making all these purchases. So I just wanted to kind of point that out. The concealer that I am using is in the shade 260N. As I'm doing this, I'm realizing that I'm going to do a pretty dark eye look, and it probably would have been much smarter for me to do my eye makeup before I did my face makeup. I just cannot get off of that habit. So hopefully we don't have a hard time with any fallout with the eyeshadows. And this is what happens a lot sometimes with like beauty blenders, and if you're dealing with breakouts, you probably know what I'm talking about. Is that once I apply, say, the foundation like I already did, and then I go in with another product on top, still using a damp beauty blender, it actually lifts up the makeup from those areas where I have blemishes. So it's always like this back and forth game. So I will have to go back and touch up maybe there a little bit with some extra concealer. So I'm just going to go ahead and set my concealer and my T-zone using this Pat McGrath Labs Light Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Blurring Under Eye Powder. I have the shade Light, and just very lightly set the under eyes. And I like to also set my pores here using this powder. It is so good. Let's just go ahead and finish off the face at this point before we go on to the eyes. As far as highlighter, I pulled out this one from Melt Cosmetics, and this is the Illumination highlighter. And well, that's actually the shade. I'm sorry. That's the shade name is Illumination. The highlighter is called the Digital Dust Highlights. And it's this limited edition one that they came out with last year. They actually released this about a year ago for Dia de los Muertos, which is celebrated in Mexico. I don't know if other countries also celebrate this, but in Mexico, Dia de los Muertos is a huge thing. It's not something I ever grew up celebrating. Like in my household, we never did anything, and it actually falls on November 1st, by the way. But it was quite awesome to see that Mel Cosmetics released a full collection to recognize this day, and I only picked up the highlighter and I think a few other things. I missed out on the palettes, but I personally do like this highlighter. It does have a pretty strong pink iridescence to it, so I know it's not something that's for everyone. It's not something I use all that often myself, but I actually think it's pretty. So I'll go ahead and apply this. But as you can see, it's a pretty strong color there. So I'm not sure how this is going to look with the eye look I'm planning on doing. We will see how all of this ends up once I'm done. Usually with color highlight, I don't like to spread it all over my face. I just focus it up here, but I don't know. I kind of feel like I'm all over the place. I have not filmed in a few weeks, almost 3 weeks now, so I'm a little rusty, guys. I'm a little bit rusty, so I'm sorry. But that highlighter is really nice. I know they have several other ones that people have raved about. I thought I had more, but I guess not. I think I just have more blushes, but we're gonna use something else for a blush. But before that, let's go on to bronzing. So I have these palettes from Alamar Cosmetics. I am actually a pretty big fan of the products that I've had from this brand. I have some brushes from them, which actually I wish I had brought down with me because that would have been nice to use today. I have the first eyeshadow palette that they released. I cannot remember the name of it, but it is a beautiful eyeshadow palette. I love the tones in there. I love the formula. Everything in there is gorgeous. I also have one of their blush trios, really beautiful as well. And then we have these guys. So I ended up picking up both of the palettes that they released. These are called the Brighten and Bronze Complexion Trios. So you do have like a setting powder, which I should have just used this. I'll go ahead and apply some of this because I do have some pretty dark circles. Maybe we can brighten it up a little. And then you have two bronzers, so you get a lighter one and a deeper one. So this is the lighter shade of the two. It's called Fair to Light. And then I also have the medium to tan, and this one's quite dark for me. So we have the setting powder. It's more of a yellow tone to it, and then the lighter bronzer and the darker bronzer. For bronzers, this is the one I have used the most. I'm not sure how much I've used this here, but I'm scared to use that one. It looks a little too yellow for me. So I'm gonna go in with this brightener shade called Rise and Grind. Probably should have picked up a smaller brush, but we'll see if I can brighten just this under area. And these are really good. I just don't use these all that much because honestly, guys, I'm just like much more into my luxury products. So that's why I kind of find myself neglecting other brands that aren't. And that's why also I'm trying not to purchase so much of what's not luxury, because I get excited for it, I get it in. Even if I end up loving a product, I don't see myself reaching for it because I don't know. I mean, I guess I'm shallow when it comes to makeup. Overall, I don't consider myself to be shallow, but when it comes to makeup, I think I just am. I've gotten to the point where luxury is just really what I like. That actually did a phenomenal job. I really like that. Like, I'm telling you guys, these things are really good. So I'm gonna go back to this, and then I'm gonna use my BK Beauty 104 brush. And because this is very fluffy and this is kind of dark, so we'll try to see if this will apply a lighter hand. I guess I also don't want to be too bronzy, so let me be careful. I am doing a fall look. I mean, I use bronzer throughout the year, it doesn't matter. But I guess I do kind of, I'm like peeling up here. So in case you guys don't know, I was on vacation. I went on a beach vacation for my birthday. My husband and I went for 7 days, a full week. Really nice. I had a great time. I mean, I got a little sick, but honestly, what is a vacation for me if I don't get sick? At some point, it happens, always, always. And it's always something different. So, you know, I never know exactly what's going to go wrong with my health when I travel. But I also break out a ton when I travel. So that is one of the reasons why I have all of this going on right now. At this point, they've pretty much healed. I'm just having to deal with like the aftermath of it. But anyway, so I wore a hat pretty much throughout the entire vacation. I took 2 big old hats with me. I wore them except for the last 2 days. I kind of wanted to like go ahead and tan a little bit, but I'm super afraid of the sun. I make sure to apply a lot of SPF on my face, on my body, just everywhere. But even then, like I usually still end up getting a little bit, I always get burnt and then I get tanned, always. My husband and I both burn really easily. Him a lot easier than I. But somehow one of the days that I didn't wear a hat, my forehead was the only thing that got burnt. I mean, I have a pretty large forehead, so it definitely like a big surface to attract the sun. And yeah, I'm kind of peeling there. So if you guys see any patchiness, that is what that is. All right, so blush. I totally forgot I had this. I'm actually excited to use this because when I bought this, I bought it thinking it was like a cream blush, but that you can also use as a lip balm. That is not the case. This is strictly for your cheeks. This is a cheek tint called Very Naughty. And this is how the inside looks. So I think I'm going to apply it with a little brush. So I'm gonna grab this one from Smashbox to pick some of this up. Start back here. I don't know what it smells like, but it smells yummy. Almost like a fruit. For right now, I'll just focus it back here because again, I don't know how this is going to look with my eye makeup. So let me not bring it in too much, just in case. And then just a little bit here on the bridge of my nose. I like love doing this. This is where I wanted to get burnt. I'm like, if I'm gonna get burnt, right here. But no, my forehead took it all. All right, so I'm looking a little bit closer. I don't think I actually like this highlighter. It pretty much just looks like pink glitter and it doesn't look cute. It just really, it does not look cute at all. Somehow I got it all the way up here as well. I don't know. I guess maybe I was being careless when I was applying it. I don't know. I'm just not liking that. So I already went ahead and primed my eyes. I actually used this eyeshadow from Colourpop. I believe this was part of that Wild or Nothing collection. The shade of this, actually this is called the Camouflage in the shade 20G2. Now for the star of today's video, we have the Supreme Nudes eyeshadow palette from Artist Couture. This palette is gorgeous and it is perfect for the fall. These shadows in here, these tones. Now today I'm going to create a matte look using this palette, so I won't be using any of these beautiful shimmery shades, but I will go ahead and swatch the shimmery shades for you guys in case you have not seen them. They are beautiful. I already did a review using this palette. I ended up doing 2 looks with a palette and used all of the eyeshadows in there. So if you guys want to check that out, I will have it linked towards the end of today's video. But you should also check out Yadi's video because she will be focusing on some of these shimmery shades for her eye look today. How beautiful though, guys. Seriously, it's just so gorgeous. So I've just kind of been wanting to play with an all matte eye look. So when we were deciding on how to break up the palette, I just told her if she wanted to, she can go ahead and play with all the shimmers or whichever shimmers she wants to, and to leave me with all of the mattes so that I can finally do an all matte eyeshadow look. And I think the mattes in this palette are perfect, so I felt like it was kind of, you know, perfect. Everything aligned pretty well for me here. So hopefully I can create a look that you guys enjoy. Obviously, I do want to do something a little bit more smoky, a little bit more deep, because that to me screams fall. Okay, so to start off with, I'm going to mix Nudist and Transcend using my Wayne Goss number 18 brush. Now these mattes are very soft, so you will see a lot of kick up when you go in to pick up with your brush. So just to let you guys know, that happens a lot with matte shades that are a little bit heavier in pigment. That to me is not at all a deal breaker, but if it is for you, just letting you guys know. I don't think it should be for anybody though. Just, you know, tap off your brush and you'll be all good. So I'm going to apply this above my crease windshield wiping motion. This is going to pretty much be like my transition shade. So again, I mixed Nudist and Transcend. And I really want to get in here. I love when there's this darkness. Same brush, I'm going to go into Eccentric. And this is going to go into the crease. So I added 2 layers of that shade and it came out pretty dark. I'm actually surprised with how dark that looks. Because again, this is the shade I'm using. And you see how that crease is looking? Really, really dark. Using this brush from Sonia G, this is called the Blender Pro brush. I'm going to lay it sideways to pick up this shade here, which is called Aesthetic. I'm going to do it flat, and then I'm going to tap it and then start patting onto the lids. And I'm going to go back and forth a few times until I get this as dark as I want it. And then I take it up to the crease and just kind of start blending. So just a lot of little back and forth motions. So before I move on to the bottom lash line, I'm going to do the inner corner of my eye using Exposed. Now I'll use some of that same shade for the brow bone. Going back with that first brush I used, I'm just going to blend this outer portion here, just very lightly. I didn't pick up any product. Now for the bottom lash line, I'm going to start off with Eccentric. And we'll bring this down pretty heavily. By the way, I'm using a Smith 232 brush for this. Now to line the bottom lash line, I'm going to go in with Mink. This definitely enhances that smokiness. Okay. Now this next step can either make this look or completely ruin it. So we will see what's going to happen here. I pulled out this gel eyeliner. This is from Melt Cosmetics. It is called the Ultra Matte Gel Liner in the shade Cultura. I'm kind of nervous and I don't know how this is going to work out, but I'm going to give it a try. So using this little Smith 202 eyeliner brush, I'm going to dip in here and line my top lash line. This is actually not my favorite brush to use, so I kind of wish I had picked up a different one, but we'll see what happens. This is actually looking a little bit patchy, so I'm going to allow a little bit of time for it to dry. In the meantime, I'm going to start working on my left eye. And I guess I'll just be kind of going back and forth until I'm happy with the opacity I get. Alright, so that eyeliner was a little bit tricky, but I think it had a little bit to do with the pencil that I used, or the pencil brush that I used. So I ended up switching to this one from BH Cosmetics, is the number 12 brush. This is actually my favorite one to use for gel eyeliner, so I don't know why I didn't pick this up to begin with. So that actually made it a lot easier, but then I did struggle a little bit because I got a lot of that eyeliner on my eyelashes, so I applied a ton of mascara, and I'm not too happy with how my eyelashes are looking right now, but I just kind of wanted to explain why. Anyway, I used the Tom Ford Badass mascara for the top and bottom lashes. So we're all done with the eye look. I am actually quite happy with how it looks with this eyeliner. I just wish, again, I had started off with the correct brush so that maybe I would have not had so much of it on my lashes, but that I think is just one of the struggles with using colored gel eyeliner, is that it's quite difficult to avoid the lashes, especially for me at least. Alright, so now for lipsticks. I think for today's look, I think I'm just going for a gloss. I'm trying to debate. I don't know if I just want to go in with this one called Scout. This is from Rowan Beauty. I think this will look pretty good. But I also have this real dark one from Chanel. It's number 816. I think this one will probably just make a little bit more sense. Can't remember how pigmented this is. It's got like a peppermint scent. Not always a fan of that. Alright guys, we're all done with today's look. I ended up styling my hair because I was trying to, you know, let my natural curls do its thing, and I wasn't really agreeing with what thing it was doing, so I went up and styled my hair. But overall, I am very happy with my very first fall look of the year. I hope you guys enjoy this. I hope you enjoyed the products I used as well. I am very excited to run over to Yadi's channel to check out her video, because like I said, she's using some of the shimmer shades from this palette, and the shimmer shades are so gorgeous. I have a feeling, because she's somebody that really enjoys green eyeshadows, so I'm quite certain she's going to end up using this shade Supreme. I don't know, but I could almost bet money on that. Anyway, do not forget to check her out. She is amazing. If you guys have not watched her, you will not regret it, and if you have, you know what I'm talking about. So again, her channel and her video will be linked in the description box below. Let her know I sent you there. Guys, thank you so much for spending some time with me today. I really appreciate it. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to give me a thumbs up. And while you're there, if you have not yet, do not forget to subscribe so you do not miss out on any of my future videos. Thank you guys so much for spending some time with me today. Until next time.